Positioning of waste bin in strategic location around the city and establishing environmental sanitation and waste management laws.
I think the government should provide maybe bins along the road. So maybe when somebody wants to dump the bin, can dump into the, like when he wants to dump the dates, but the person can dump it to the bin. So,
and I want the next incoming governor, His Excellency Senator Mondokpawolo, to look into that area. Very, very important. If you go to the market now, if you see the refuge dump there, that refuge dump has been there for like 2 months now. When you keep asking there, you say, this people didn't come and pack the refuse.
It's supposed to be like officer that will be in charge of those people that is putting dumping refuse in the ground, and make sure that we arrest them, and then they will deal with them according to what they have done.
Benin City is begging for improved and proper waste management practices. Usarugi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents of Akionbare, GRA, Benin City are appealing for urgent intervention on the worsening state of their road. Our correspondent reports that the residents called on the governor-elect to attend to the road upon assuming office, since the present administration could not fix the roads. The report.
This is a section of Akionbare Road, located in GRA, Benin City. The bad spot has continued to be a nightmare for motorists and a woe for residents living in the area. Speaking to BeeTv News, some residents and business owners expressed their distaste over the dilapidated state of the road, stating that due to the poor state of the road, traffic has become a regular occurrence, many motorists preferring to take public transportation and leaving their private vehicles behind.
This our road no good. When I help us tell government, make the help us repair, because anytime when rain fall, it affects my shop. The erosion for that place, they disturb my shop. So when I help us beg this our government now, make they help us do the road.
The road they tire me. The road no good. They're supposed to repair the road. Now my boris, they make my boris. They repair my keke every time because of the road. My boris.
They made a passionate appeal to the Edo State Governor-elect Senator Mondokpawolo when sworn in to attend to the road so as to ameliorate the stress caused by the road in their area.
The road is very, very bad. It's giving us problem here. Whenever there is rain, cars don't go, cars don't come. It causes hold up everywhere. So we'll be trying to make everything okay. So we are pleading on the upcoming government to see to the issue of the road. There's nothing more. If they can work on this road is there are so many amenities going on, happening along the road. So the road should not be the issue to affect people's, people's business and all that.
The failed portion of Akionbare Road has been a hazard to many road users in the area. Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BeeTv News.
With the recent hike in food items, the fast increase of bread prices has become a cause of worry in many households in Benin City. Many Nigerians have shared their displeasure over the increase in the price of bread. BeeTv News' Grace Osin, who spoke with some consumers, reports that bread. The report is presented by Joyce Erie.
Following the hike in the price of bread, vendors are complaining that the wholesale price keeps on increasing as the demand for bread slowly drops. This, they said, has affected their sales.
Like this long bread now, before we used to buy it maybe 1,000, we sell it 1,200, but now the price is different. We sell now 2,000 naira. So people are not buying like that because of the price.
Just to buy common bread before is 500, but now it's 2,500.
A respondent, while comparing the price of bread before and now, said the current price is outrageous as the increase is preventing consumers from patronizing them.
Who get a family can sell one bread 2,200 before you buy milk, before you buy tea, buy sugar for them. Breakfast in the morning, you go spend more than 2,000–3,000 naira. It's not fair.
It is too expensive for this country because we don't know where we go now. Because before, normally we used to buy bread how much? 100 naira. But now that bread they sell for 100 naira is 400. So I don't really understand this country.
Okay, bread prices actually increased. Bread of 100 naira those days. Small bread though is now about 500, 450 in some places. Even the big one that we used to buy 1,150 is over 3,350. So it's something that is alarming. Yes.
Many attribute the price of bread in the market to the increase of fuel price.
Government is supposed to sit down to look at this matter. So they will beat the price of the fuel come down. So when they beat the price of fuel come down, you will see that this transport, when the transport will come down, you will see things will come down.
Traders and consumers alike are requesting that the government look into the hike in the price of goods and commodity. Joyce Ere reporting for BeeTv News.
The Lagos State High Court has ordered social media critic Martin Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, to remove defamatory comments and videos about renowned lawyer Femi Falana, SAN, and his son Folari Falana, popularly known as Files. Additionally, the court has imposed a 500 million naira fine for libel. Justice M.O. Idowu delivered the judgment on Tuesday in suit number ID/8584/GCM/2024. The case centered around defamatory remarks and videos posted by Very Dark Man on September 24, 2024, linking the Falana family to controversial internet personality Bobrisky. The court found the statements to be defamatory and damaging to the public image of both Femi Falana and his son. According to the ruling, the social media critic knew the claims were false but published them with the intent to harm their reputations. Femi Falana, a senior advocate of Nigeria, is a highly respected human rights lawyer in Nigeria with a long history of activism and legal work in the defense of civil liberties. His son, Folari Falana, popularly known as Files, is a well-known rapper, actor, and lawyer who is also recognized for his social and political activism, particularly through his music and public engagements. The incident in question stems from defamatory comments and videos posted by Martin Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, on his social media accounts. On September 24, 2024, Very Dark Man allegedly made unsubstantiated claims linking Femi Falana and Falls to controversial Nigerian internet personality Bobrisky. Bobrisky, known for being outspoken on gender issues in Nigeria, has often been a polarizing figure, making the connection damaging to the Falana family's public image, given their own respective profiles in Nigerian society. The 500 million naira judgment awarded by the court serves as a stern reminder of the potential consequences of defamation in the digital age, particularly when it involves high-profile individuals. Nigeria's Vice President Kashim Shettima has launched 2 documents of the Nasarawa State Human Capital Development Agency to improve the lives of inhabitants of the state. The documents, which was launched in Lafia, the capital of the state, are the Nasarawa State Human Capital Development Strategy document and the Gender Transformative Human Capital Development Policy Framework. BeeTv News, Freeman Osawe reports.
Vice President Kashim Shettima is in Nasarawa State on a working visit. He has come to launch the Nasarawa State Strategies document, which provides a legal framework in prioritizing Human Capital Development Agency to accelerating economic growth and its gender transformative policy framework. This strategy document to create a platform for collaboration between ministries, departments, and agencies and provide data for proper planning, while the gender transformative policy framework will provide equity for both male and female genders.
As we launch these documents, we do so with the recognition that it is far more than a mere compilation of policies, initiatives, and programs. It is, in essence, a strategic blueprint for transformation, a roadmap that will guide our efforts in addressing the core challenges that have historically impeded our development and the full realization of our state's potential.
VP Kashim Shettima told the people of Nasarawa that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration is currently implementing policies that will create more jobs and capacity for Nigerians' productive population. He said the Tinubu administration's goal is empowering Nigerians with globally competitive skills. Vice President Kashim Shettima commended the government of Nasarawa State for its policies and programs that that complements the implementation of President Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda.
By facilitating access to resources, expertise and innovation, we aim to make human capital development the cornerstone of a more prosperous and competitive Nigeria. Today's launch of a strategic document and policy framework is evidence of Nasarawa State's leadership and vision under His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Esule, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State. This forward-thinking approach we have already moved beyond the pace of the head city, adapting our strategies to current realities and shifting from theory to implementation.
The state governor is committed to the activation of the Tuima Capital Development Documents.
As we launch these strategic documents today, I call on our stakeholders, government institutions, development partners, civil society organizations, and private sectors to collaborate with us as we embark on a journey that requires synergy and shared commitment to the prosperity of the people. So I want to assure you, your document will not be put under any kind of dust.
Freeman Usau reporting for BeeTv News.
The governor of Ekiti State, Biodun Oyebanji, has pledged to implement a newly signed national minimum wage law for workers at both local and state government levels. He also assured that the adjustments would benefit both pensioners and active workers. Speaking during the presentation of a 3.5 billion check to settle gratuities for state and local government pensioners, Governor Biodun reaffirmed his commitment to upholding federal laws.
To you, my friends, it's not a favor, it's your right. You work for it. And like the chairman prayed, it's my desire and prayers that we will hear on that and collect this money. Let me assure members that the unpaid pensions arrears by local government 4 months, I guess I've approved that it should pay 1 month now. So if they do that, it will remain 1 month, it will remain 3 months. And we will deal with those 3 months as soon as possible.
During the rainy season, it is a thing of necessity that many Nigerians be in possession of umbrellas to combat the weather and go about their daily activities unhindered. However, it was gathered that the price of umbrellas has witnessed a surge in price. A correspondent interacted with some umbrella dealers and customers, and here is the report. An umbrella or parasol is a folding canopy supported by wooden or metal ribs that is mounted on a wooden, metal or plastic pole. With a heavy downpour which has characterized the season, it is only of necessity that umbrellas be the go-to of every individual. However, a market survey reveals that the price of umbrellas has witnessed an increase. It was gathered that a small umbrella which sold for 1,500 naira now sells for between 2,500 to 3,000 naira. Traders attribute
people know they buy before because the price is too high now. One umbrella we say before 1,500, now it's 3,000 naira. So the people go to repair the one they get before, they repair and they use. So the cost of the umbrella come make the brother then they move again as before. Before if they fall, we go to sell. Now umbrella cost now, they don't agree buy. The price is too high now.
Despite this, the importance of umbrellas cannot be overemphasized. As some respondents said, despite the price, it is a necessity for the weather.
Because the weather is friendly. Unlike me now, I'm coming from the office. The weather is friendly. I'm even coming from inside the AC. The weather is very, very friendly. Even outside here, where I am right now, the weather is friendly, so I don't see the need of taking up umbrella. It's a necessity. When you have an important place to go, you go with your umbrella. Very, very important.
If you are leaving the house at this kind of weather, you have to hold your umbrella. If the rain is raining well, you open your umbrella. But if it is not raining, you can still keep it and be walking just as I'm just doing it now. I bought it 2.5 last year, but I did not buy any umbrella this year. I'm still managing it because the country is very hard.
An umbrella is an essential household item as it can protect one from exposure to sunlight and heat in hot weather as well as the rain. Oluwatoyin Oyedola reporting for BeeTv News. Cultivating consciousness through self-reflection and mindfulness is the foundation of personal growth. This leads to meaningful success as one's values are identified and clarified. Against this backdrop, some respondents spoke on how youths can identify their innate potentials and maximize them to have a successful life amidst the situation of the country. BeeTv News' Favor Futsuge's report is here presented from our studios.
We'll head to an higher height. So the youth, be focused.
Understanding one's values, passions, strengths, and weaknesses is a lifelong journey which influences decision-making. Self-discovery is an intentional and ongoing process which fosters personal growth, purpose, a sense of direction, and empowerment. A respondent in an interview with BeeTv News said, "An idle mind is the devil's workshop, so people have to brace up by identifying what best suits them and to work towards it." He said self-discovery helps people achieve their dreams, saying that when people understand what they want and build towards it, there is little or no barrier that can limit the individual.
In this age that we are now, we are in the digital age, there's no doubt about that. So content creating, digital marketing, coding, that is programming, software development, these are some of the skills that are in vogue now. We also have, for the ladies, we have, you can be a makeup artist, or you can go into makeup, hairstyling, and all that. There are many. If they go online, if they take advantage of the internet, they can see, they can discover many skills there which they can delve into. The kind of business or entrepreneurial skill they want to delve into, what they like so much.
Another respondent said, even though the economy is not encouraging for those who are working on their potentials, there are still many skills a person can learn to elevate poverty, as it is very important to learn a skill that synchronizes with one's passion.
You have to push on, you strive. Either if you want to get education, you first get education. And secondly, if you feel like learning skills are part of discovering yourself. From your father, from your parents. Because if your father can be able to build you to a kind of a level, you should be able to know that there's an upbringing.
That's what I you true. They can seek loans from microfinance banks. We have many microfinance banks that can give. They can take advantage of the government. Government sometimes they give out grants and loans, though sometimes to existing business. But if they have a business idea, a business plan, a business strategy, they can seek for loans.
A parent said education should not be the only focus of youths or children. He said a skill should be added because a professional job is not certain.
You are a student, maybe you just graduate and you don't have any, government have not employed you, and maybe you have skill. You can develop your skill, you can use it to develop, that is open whatever you know you can do. Be doing it. Maybe as time goes on, maybe by grace of God, when employment comes, they can employ you. But if there's no employment, you can go on with such, maybe that the type of thing you learn or you know how to do.
By embracing self-discovery, individuals can unlock their potentials, explore their values and passions, and channel them to achieving a successful and purpose-driven life. Oluwatoyin Oyidola, reporting for BeeTv News.
You're still watching BeeTv Major News on the hour. Let's take some messages now. The news continues.
Federal government of Nigeria under President Bola Tinubu. The World Bank Group finances revealed that the Nigerian federal government is still repaying loans obtained under former Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, and Goodluck Jonathan. In May 29, 2023, Tinubu inherited $113 billion debt, both foreign and domestic. In March 2024, less than a year in office, the debt reduced from $113 billion to $91 billion. That's a $22 billion reduction. Nigeria's total domestic and external debt stood at $91.46 billion as at March 2024. The World Bank Group Finances platform disclosed that the federal government is repaying at least 69 different loans secured between 2000 and 2014. The loans are categorized under the International Bank for Reconstruction.
The leadership of ex-agitators of Niger Delta are calling on President Bola Tinubu to improve their welfare as they passed a vote of confidence on the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Dennis Otuaro. The ex-agitators who met in Warri Delta State resolved to work for the unity and progress.
Due to them, and the other one, Life Labour, have stepped down. If he didn't appear, meaning they have stepped down for him. So the whole house, they have put it to foot. They said that the other lucky leader, which is President, should carry on.
That whatever grievances we are having in every corner is not far-fetched. We want them to adhere to the administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program.
With the current economic challenges in the country, these former freedom fighters want improved welfare and the holistic development of the oil-rich region.
We are calling on Dennis Otuaro and the SA Administrator President Amnesty Office and the NSA and the President at least to look into this matter. In mass development in our region, look at the East-West Road today. We cannot drive because bad road.
So we are pleading to the federal government to please listen to Dennis Otuaro. 65,000 is not more anything again.
The vision of the Presidential Amnesty Program is to transform ex-agitators into entrepreneurs and/or employable citizens who will become net contributors to the economy of the region and the country through effective collaboration with relevant public and private institutions and state governments in the region. Gifts Uwagwe reporting for BeeTv News.
Rice smugglers are facing major setbacks following the successful seizure of thousands of bags of foreign parboiled rice along the Nigerian border with Republic of Benin, while of Nigerian Customs Service transported 3,235 bags of seized rice loaded onto more than 10 trucks and other vehicles to the command headquarters in Lagos. BeeTv News' Joyce Iyere has more.
Thousands of bags of smuggled foreign parboiled rice, each weighing 50 kg, were moved from Abeokuta to the Customs Federal Operations Unit Zone A in Lagos. The monumental seizure represents a significant blow to smugglers. Comptroller Kola Oladeji, who led the operation, detailed our officers successfully intercepted the rice from various creeks and border areas.
It's based on credible intelligence we got that some people are moving, they were trying to move thousands of bags of rice into the country, smuggling. So based on that credible intelligence provided by a source, I called my aides and we strategized, and I personally led the team. As you can see, the quantum of these seizures.
15-year-old Aisha Ahmed is hawking to support her family. Like her mother, she dropped out of school due to lack of funds, effectively ending her dream of becoming a doctor. This is happening in a state where basic education is supposed to be free and compulsory. Experts say lack of access caused by poor government spending, shortage of political will, and poverty are partly responsible. But there is even more bigger problem.
I started going to school, but unfortunately, I have to drop out in order to support my family.
In the midst of these disturbing challenges, there seems to be pockets of success stories in Kaduna State. This is one of the basic schools in Kaduna State. The facilities here are very good by the state standard, a place where children like Aisha who want to start building their dream can actually learn something better.
Majority of our girls have problem of access, most especially in the rural area and hard to reach. You can see which we are calling always is this issue of closure of all boarding schools by the last administration of Kano State, which may be due to insecurity, as they said, but it has largely affected access.
But the reality in many parts of Kano State is this: girls from rural areas storm the city to hawk on daily basis. For them, it is a way of life.
As far as Kano State is concerned, there is change and increase in enrollment for the girl child. The concern is completion and mainstreaming.
Khadija still hopes to become a doctor one day, but unless authorities remain committed to providing quality education, the future of just a dream, nothing more. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Now to business. The federal government has disclosed plans to reduce corporate income taxes from 30% to 25% in a drive to lessen the burden of taxation on corporate organizations, high-income individuals earning up to 100 million naira monthly to 25%. Let's join BeeTv News' Joyce Iyere for details of this and more from the business desk.
Chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Tao Oyedele, made the disclosures on Monday at the 30th Nigeria Economic Summit in Abuja with the theme Collaborative Action for Growth, Competitiveness and Stability. Mr. Oyedele said the executive arm of government has commenced the process with an executive bill to the National Assembly for passage into law. If passed into law, the new tax reforms are expected to take effect from January 2025. In reforming the tax process, the government classified all taxes on businesses, including direct taxes on businesses, as indirect taxes. The chairman of the tax committee said government was going ahead to significantly reduce or remove taxes on food, other household items, health, education, accommodation, and transportation that cost Nigerians about 82% of their total expenses. Latest data released by the Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange Markets (NAFEM) as data from FMDQ showed Naira appreciated against dollar. The Naira has appreciated against the dollar on Monday, 14th October, by exchanging 1,680 per dollar in the parallel market. This is compared to the 1,690 per dollar it exchanged over the weekend. Following the same vein, the Naira appreciated to 1,552.92 per dollar. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has agreed to sell premium motor spirit petrol to members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria at 995 naira per litre. This followed the intervention of the Department of State Services in the controversy between the two parties. The National Vice President of IPMAL, Fashola, told newsmen that the intervention of the DSS solved a lot of problems facing marketers. Fashola also confirms that through their intervention, the Nigerian Ministry and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority agreed to pay the association a standing 10 billion naira while resolving issues about the direct purchase of petrol from the Dangote refinery. Joyce Iyere, reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene. The UN has described the situation in northern Gaza as desperate as it delivers food aid to the area for the first time in over 2 weeks. Let's join BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Guffey as she tells us more on this and other stories from the global scene.
Around 400,000 Palestinians remain in northern Gaza, where the UN has condemned the high number of civilian casualties. Hundreds of people have reportedly been killed since Israel launched an offensive aimed at eliminating Hamas fighters. The offensive has led to the shutdown of essential services like water wells, bakeries, and medical facilities, according to the UN. Meanwhile, Brigadier General Ibrahim Jabari, an advisor to the chief commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, has warned that any U.S. military support for Israel against Iran will result in retaliation. Jabari stated that U.S. military bases, ships, and interests are within Iran's weapon range. He also said that while the U.S. backs Israel, it is unlikely to engage in direct conflict with Iran, as it is not prepared to confront Iran and its allies. He added that the U.S. often advises Israel against conflict with the Islamic Republic. Turkey's Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan has called for sanctions against Israel, urging the global community to stop supporting the country due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Speaking to ruling party delegates about Palestine, Fidan stated that diplomacy and wars have reached their limits and it's time to take action, starting with sanctions. He also called for a boycott of Israel. And lastly, on global news, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni announced her plan to visit Lebanon, though no date was given. She mentioned this during a Senate section, adding that Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani will visit Israel and Palestinian territories next week. Italian troops are part of the UN peacekeeping mission in Lebanon, UNIFIL, which consists of about 9,500 troops. UNIFIL has accused Israel of deliberately firing on its positions, and Meloni has repeatedly condemned these attacks. Italy is the second largest contributor to the UN mission. And that's it on the Global News segment for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I am Rebecca Goffey.
Shifting gears now to the entertainment scene, comedians Real Worry Pekin and Josh Too Funny are set to thrill the audience as MC Papi's comedy and lifestyle show. The comedy show, which is a collaboration between MC Papi Entertainment and House of Structure, is scheduled for the Transcorp Hilton Hotel in Abuja on the 27th of October. BeeTv News Gifts Uwagboy has details of this and more from the world of entertainment.
Themed the rebirth of lifestyle, Papi also aims to share his experience with fans at the upcoming event. Other comedians expected to perform as the event include Gandoki, MC Monica, Craze Clown, Oj Bebe, MC Bob, Funny Oj, Danny Spry, Wafi, Mazi Prosper, Funny Razak, MC Mitty, and Job Legend. The event serves as a follow-up to MC Papi's just completed European tour, where he interfaced with Nigerian community residents. He revealed that the tour was a public relations strategy to market Nigeria and its abundant talent. Having toured cities like Berlin, Frankfurt, Spain, and Qatar, the comedian also hoped to strengthen collaborations among critical stakeholders in the entertainment sector in those countries and Nigeria. Joy and happiness have filled the air now that the happy family of three is about to become a family of four, as Nigerian actress Adesua Etomi Wellington has announced that she and her husband back in W are expecting